Hi, folks. This is Mr. Jabbar Thomas, and welcome to Dmpt 2600 Basic Video Editing. This is the walkthrough video for the course for the fall 2023 semester, and it is more detailed than the welcome video, which you hopefully just watched. As you can see here, I am on Blackboard, and what you see here for me, these are all the courses that I'm teaching this semester. However, you're the Dmpt 2600 class right here, course recognition number 20047. Instead of seeing all the classes that I teach in Blackboard, you should see all the courses that you are taking this semester. So you can reach Blackboard by going to gptc.blackboard.com, or you can go to the school website, gptc.edu, click on the student dashboard link. Actually, I'll show it to you here. I'm going to go to GPTC, Georgia Piedmont Technical College, go to current students, and then to the student dashboard link, and you can click on Blackboard login right there. Okay, once you log into Blackboard, you'll see the courses that you're taking this semester, and I'm going to click on Dmpt 2600 so we can take a look at what that semester looks like. Okay, so what you're going to see here is you're going to see weekly announcements. You're going to get all of your announcements telling you what we're going to do for that week, either Sunday night or Monday morning. I want you to pay special attention to those announcements, and I want to make sure that you read them because it tells you what's going on in the class. It's the most current information. Sometimes we have to make changes from the syllabus, and the announcement, that's the announcements. Those are the newest and the most current information. That's the newest and most current information for the course. So please make sure you read the announcements. You go right to the announcement section by clicking on the announcement section in the table of contents section here in Blackboard. Of course, this doesn't have any announcements yet, but they will when you, as of Monday, August the 21st, 2023. Also, I email the announcements to you, to your school email address. Please make sure you check your school email address regularly, because of the fact that I'll be communicating with you outside of class using your school email address quite a bit. Okay, and that is about it for the announcement section. By the way, the Start Here section, which I'm sure you've already found, that's where you can find the instructor contact information. That's how you would get in contact with me and some information on me. Of course, you're watching the walkthrough video for the course, and that's in this link along with the welcome video. The syllabus for the course can be located and downloaded from this link right here. Okay, and then we have the course schedule, which kind of shows you a calendar of everything that we're going to be doing in the class. Okay, and when it's due, the academic calendar is the calendar for the whole school for deadlines like payment deadlines and holidays and things like that. And then, of course, we have GPTC student and Blackboard support information, and, of course, textbook information. We're going to talk about the textbook a little later on, but I did want to walk you through the Start Here process. And, of course, everything like grading policies for the course, proctoring, additional course resources, and college resources are all found in the Start Here section. Okay, we don't really use Cafe Chat. Already talked about announcements. Where you're going to spend most of your time is in this assignment section. Okay, the assignment section basically is where you're going to go when you do things like take your weekly quizzes. And yes, we do have quizzes on the material that you're supposed to be engaging with in the textbook. The quizzes will always be due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night. Okay, you know, the best way you'll have between maybe 10 and 13 quizzes. The best way to achieve well in the class, to do well in the class, is to stay up with the reading, do the exercises in the book, and take all the quizzes and perform well on those quizzes. Because an individual quiz may be worth less than 2% of your final grade, but you have so many of these quizzes that if you miss a lot of them or you don't do well on a lot of them, it could really wreck your grade, and you don't want to do that. Of course, you'll hear this a lot, but I'll say it here. I don't do makeups. I don't do redos. If you miss a quiz or a project or an exam, it's gone. You cannot make it up. We'll talk more about that when we get into the syllabus, but every week you'll go to a different module. You'll click on the module you can, if you look at the module's description here, it kind of gives you an idea of what you'll study in that module. You click on the module link and you'll go to two other items inside the module link: a learn reading video and objective section. It'll tell you what's inside of this section. Basically, the learn reading video and objectives, that's all the material that you're supposed to read or watch as a video. And objectives tells you, once again, what the goal of that particular module is. Now, the reading for the book is not in the reading section here. If I have any like articles that are online that I want to present to you, they'll be in the reading section. If I have any PowerPoint presentations, they'll be in the reading section. But you must purchase a textbook. That's an absolute non-starter. You must purchase the textbook. And the textbook will, the reading section will basically tell you what section we're supposed to be reading, which in this case is lesson 1 in the book. Sometimes I call them lessons. That's what the book calls them. Sometimes I call them chapters, which is pretty much the same thing. But in this description here, and when I go inside of this link, learn video and objectives, it'll tell you what you should be reading in the book and the exercises that you should be doing in the book. Okay, and we also can kind of tell you what you're supposed to learn, okay, as well. I have a lot of videos that I've made over the years. I want you to make sure that you watch them all. None of them are up there that just for no reason. They're all there for a very good reason. So you want to make sure that you watch all the videos, read all the content. When I go into reading video and objectives, here's the objective section. This is everything you're going to learn. You don't have to click anything here in the course objectives. Don't click the objectives link. It's not going to take you anywhere. Just read this material that's underneath the little icon of the computer screen. Video resources. This basically tells you the videos that are inside of this video section. I would click on the videos link, and then now I can click on each one of the individual videos and watch them. Please make sure you watch them. They're not, like I said, they're not just arbitrarily placed there. They're placed there for very specific reasons, so that you can understand everything that's in the course and do well on the course. Under the reading sections, as I said before, this tells you that you're supposed to read the getting started. That's like the introduction section of the textbook, okay? And chapter 1 is called touring the interface, okay? And it tells you that this material, chapter 1, it's not included in this module section, in the reading section, but read it in the book. And of course, there's a PowerPoint presentation that I have called The Steps in Becoming an Editor. You're not here just to learn how to operate software, okay? You can do that in junior high school or elementary school. People are learning Premiere as early as elementary school, 3rd grade or so. But you're here to, of course, yeah, learn the software, but more importantly, learn the craft of editing. Learn how an editor thinks. Okay, that's the only difference between you and somebody in the 3rd grade who knows how to use Premiere just as good as you do. You make better decisions as far as what you're editing, as far as the decisions, as far as what shot you're going to use and when, okay, and how you're going to tell this story with a succession of shots, okay? It has nothing to do with the software, although you do need to learn the software, okay? In the assignment section, that's where you'll find the quizzes. So when you go into a module, you go into the assignment section, you click on the assignments link, and you'll see here quiz number 1, okay, getting started in touring the Adobe Premiere Pro interface. You click on that link, and it'll allow you to start the quiz. You click begin to begin the quiz. Of course, we're not going to do that now, but you need to make sure you take your quizzes before the deadlines. The deadlines are always very clearly stated in the announcements and the emails that I send you, which are basically just copies of the announcements. So as you can see, if I go back to the assignment section, we just stepped through the different chapters in the text, from getting started and learning the Premiere Pro interface. We teach you how to set up a project, import media into that project, organize your media, and so on. Okay, you can see we have a module dedicated to midterms because of the fact that you're going to turn in 3 projects over the course of the semester. The first one is due like in week 5 of the semester, okay? And the second one will be due at midterms. So for midterms, you have to take a midterm exam on the first 7 chapters of the book, okay? And also that same week, you'll have to complete a project. One thing I want to recommend to you is, as far as projects and quizzes, do not wait until the last minute to do these things. All the quizzes are active now, from quiz 1 to the end of the semester, okay? The quiz 13 or so at the end of the semester, okay? I make them available to you now if you want to work ahead and take the quizzes ahead of schedule before the deadline. That's what you should train yourself to do. Train yourself to get good at scheduling your time so that you can be ahead of schedule, not chasing a deadline. Okay, 'cause that's misery, chasing a deadline and sometimes missing it. You don't want to be there. Okay, so you want to make sure that you govern yourself and you manage your time so that you can get things done early, not late, not even on time, but get it done early. Because like I said, I don't take late work. But know that these quizzes that are all available now, they're going to disappear and you're not going to be able to take them after their deadline passes. So for example, if the first quiz is due by September the 3rd at 11:59 p.m., what you're going to see is that at 12 a.m. on September the 4th, which is a Monday, which is Labor Day actually, that quiz is going to disappear and you will not be able to take it. Don't ask me if you can take it. Don't tell me you missed it. Don't tell me Blackboard malfunctioned on you or your computer malfunctioned for you. All those are personal problems that I don't deal with. Please make sure that you get this done early. If you're having issues with navigating Blackboard, issues with your computer, that's the kind of thing you want to discover days and days before the quiz is due. You don't want to discover that 15 minutes before the deadline to the quiz. Please manage your time wisely. So we continue to go through the textbook, editing and mixing audio, improving audio, and so forth. And then finally, we have a finals module where you take a final exam. It's comprehensive. You will take that using a website navigating app called Respondus Lockdown Browser. We'll talk more about that later. And you will you will take your final exam on Respondus Lockdown Browser, and you'll also turn in a final project. So as you can see, you would just, every week, you would go into the next module, and you would click on Learn Reading, Video, and Objectives, read the objectives, watch all the videos in this section, make sure you've read everything in the book, and read any articles or PowerPoints that are connected to the reading section, and then go back out to, then you can go back out to the module level that you were on before, then go into assignments, and then click on the quiz link and take the quiz. Okay. Also under assignments, any projects that are due, you can find the Dropbox or turn it in the assignment section, and attached to the Dropbox, you'll see the project assignment sheet. The project assignment sheet is a description of the project. It gives you all your instructions, everything that you're supposed to do. Please make sure you read those project assignment sheets carefully, because that's the key to doing well. One thing that is a needless loss of points is when people either don't read the project assignment sheet and they just figure they're just going to edit something together, or they don't read it thoroughly. I always recommend people read it one time on your own, and then while you're doing the project, have it there by your side so you can use it like a checklist to make sure you're doing everything that's on that project assignment sheet as you complete the project, because I am looking at the project assignment sheet as I'm checking the projects. So that's why you want to make sure you don't leave anything out. All right, so those are the assignments. Okay, so of course you have your calendar. You can click on that and it'll show you a list of all the quizzes and projects and exams that you have and when they're due. Of course you can click email to email, me or I guess someone else. It works a little differently for me as a teacher. My grades is where you can see all of your grades that you have in the course. And that's about it for Blackboard for you guys. What we're going to do next is take a quick look at the syllabus. I'm not going to go over the syllabus in detail because that would take too long, and this is a 15-minute video already. And you definitely want to make sure that you read over this in its entirety in a very thorough manner on your own time. But once again, this is Dmpt 2600 Basic Editing, the fall 2023 semester. The class meets on Tuesdays from 1 to 4 p.m. in the C24 building, okay? Now, you're gonna have to do a huge amount of work on your own that's not on Tuesdays. Tuesdays will not be about you coming in and me giving you open lab, free time to do homework and study and read. Now, I lecture and demonstrate the editing technique on Tuesdays. But my suggestion to you is, if you know that on a particular class day we're going to talk about chapter 5, okay, you don't want to come in that Tuesday not having read chapter 5, because as I'm lecturing and demonstrating it to you, that's the first time you've seen this material. It's always harder to digest it and understand it when I'm telling it to you for the first time. If you read the assignment ahead of time, the assigned reading ahead of time, you do the exercises ahead of time, you'll find following me in class as I demonstrate and explain is much easier. I can answer informed questions because you've already read the material. You're not showing up to class not having read the material. And just things which it's a lot easier for you and for me. So please make sure you read the assignment, read the lesson, and do the exercises before that week's lecture. And you'll see at the bottom on the course schedule when the different lessons are going to be taught. All right, so we get a course description here. That's pretty general. It tells you that we're going to show you how to edit, basically. Okay. You do need to make sure that you have, actually this is not accurate, that there is the prerequisite is Dmpt 1000. I'm going to change this now, and this will be reflected on your on the syllabi that you get. So basically, you must have taken Dmpt 1000 before you get into 2600. Here's my contact information. All right, my email address and my phone number. My office phone number, and my office is C18, which is just a couple doors down from the Mac Lab where we're going to be meeting. We're meeting in C24, by the way, on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Right. And the only real day I would say that I have available to meet would be 9:30 to 2 on Fridays, because I only have like 1 hour on Mondays and Wednesdays. The rest of my time is taken up by teaching. So, or you can talk to me during a break during class, because we do take, breaks occasionally. And so if you have any questions or anything like that, you can ask me during class. But if you need more extensive help, okay, Fridays is when you want to be here. You must purchase the textbook. The textbook is not just something you read, it's a workbook. So you must do the exercises in the class that demonstrate the skills that they were supposed to learn. You don't turn in the exercises that you do in the book, because you do exercises using Premiere Pro in the book, but the quizzes that you take weekly test whether you really understood those exercises that you did and whether you did the reading, okay? Because it would just be too much if I was grading exercises every week. That would be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of exercises for the semester, and there's no way that we would really get anywhere. The textbook, you can buy it on Amazon or Adobe Press, okay? I don't care where you get it from. I'm a Kindle ebook kind of guy. However, if you want to get a physical book, that's fine. The Kindle ebooks are cheaper. You don't have to pay for shipping, and they download to your phone or tablet or laptop or desktop, Mac or PC instantly. So the ebooks are just a lot more convenient. This is the textbook, Adobe Premiere Pro CC Classroom in a Book 2022 release by Maxim Jago. And I just want to show you the cover of the book. This is actually also in Blackboard, okay? I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the textbook right here. Adobe Premiere Pro Classroom in a Book 2022 release. So that's what the textbook looks like. Okay, make sure you get it. Make sure you've already gotten it, all right? The paperback version is $63.25. However, you can see the Kindle is $37.99, almost half, okay? And so I would definitely recommend that for you. Not having your textbook is no excuse for you not to do the work in the book. You know, once again, that's a personal issue. So please make sure you get the textbook and all the other materials that you need. Speaking of other materials, in order to do the exercises in the book, you must have three things. The book, you must have the media, that means the video clips and the audio clips and the graphic files that go with the book, okay? And you also have to have the Adobe Creative Cloud, okay, which would include Adobe Premiere Pro. The book does not give you a free copy of the Adobe Creative Cloud. We do not have the Adobe Creative Cloud installed on the computers in C24 for you to just use, okay? You must get your own subscription to the Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Cloud. I have a link. If you look in the videos, I have a link that explains to you how to get a subscription to the Adobe Premiere Pro or the Adobe Creative Cloud, and also a link to the also a video that shows you how to download the media files and the graphic files. We call those assets that you're going to need to do the exercises in the book. But just know that the media files or the assets that you need to do the exercises in the book, that's once you buy the book, you'll be able to download those from the publisher's website. That's free after you buy the book. But the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, you must purchase that, okay? And I have a video that explains how to go about that. It's really inexpensive. It's $19.99 a month for students, okay? And it goes up to $29.99 a month after your first 12 months. But that's still a lot better than what people who are not students are paying, which is $55 a month. The Adobe Creative Cloud gives you access to over 20 applications that are related to visual and audio design that you're going to use not just in my class, but in most of the classes that you take in Dmpt. So it's a great investment in yourself. I want to highly encourage you to go ahead and get that now. There's a supplemental syllabus that talks about more general concepts or more general policies that apply to the school. You want to make sure that you review the online supplemental syllabus at www.gptc.edu/supplemental-syllabus to learn about academic misconduct, equal opportunity, grading systems, grade symbols, and things like that. After that, we just have the core competencies and student learning outcomes presented, and of course, our work ethics policy presented. We also have our course policy. A lot of this stuff you've heard before. I don't take late work. I don't do redos, okay? And I don't take excuses. So I don't have the book yet. I don't have the right computer. I don't have a computer. I don't have the software. Blackboard malfunctioned on me. None of these things are excuses to get your that would get you any grace or mercy as far as getting your work in. Okay, we're here to prepare you to be a professional in the working world of an artist, where you may be working on a multi-million-dollar project and other people's money is invested in it, and being sloppy or being unprofessional or being late or not following instructions can cost people money and cost you your job and cost you your career. So we are preparing you. We're having the same standards. We're having very similar standards to what you would see in the working world. Okay, so you'll be prepared to work in the working world. You'll be trained to work in the traditional commercial art and design industries. Respondus Lockdown Browser that I mentioned earlier, we're only going to use that for the final exam. Also, you must submit all assignments on Blackboard in the correct form by the deadline. Do not email me material like a project file for project number 2. Don't email that to me. You upload that to the Dropbox on Blackboard. Okay, we do have a computer lab in C24 to complete your work or do projects in using Premiere. It's open during normal school hours, all right? Or basically when I'm here. And if you read this other material, it'll give you more details on using the computer lab. But one thing I do want to emphasize is you must get your own subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud in order to use Premiere on the computers in the C24 lab. I told you that the software was not there. That's not entirely accurate. The software is there, but you could only use it after you have logged into your personal account that you have purchased, your personal subscription. Okay. Okay. Of course, you want to make sure you buy your own textbook for the course. You want to make sure you download and use the media, the lesson files, the all the material that comes with the book to do the exercise in the book. All the material that comes with the book to do the exercise in the book. Okay. And there are also some additional media files that I'll provide to you for the 3 projects that you'll be doing, because the 3 projects that you're going to be doing they're not going to have anything to do with any of the material from the textbook itself. It's material that I'm providing to you, and I'm giving you instruction on it using I'm giving you instruction using videos and PowerPoint presentations. Okay, there is a no-show assignment and ethics assignment on Blackboard that you must complete no later than 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, 27th of August, 2023. You can find that in Blackboard. Going back to Blackboard. Okay, going to start here. Okay, go into the no-show participation assignment folder. Click on this link right here, and you can take the no-show participation assignment. Please make sure that you do that no later than Sunday, August the 27th, 2023 by 11:59 p.m. If you do not complete the no-show assignment, then you will be dropped from the course by the registrar. So you don't want to be dropped from the course. Make sure you do that. As far as communication, if you email me, please give me at least 24 hours to get back to you. If you email me Monday through Thursday, if you email me Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, then you can look for my response on the following Monday. Please don't email me on the weekend with some sort of emergency. Oh, Mr. Thomas, I can't turn in my project because XYZ. You email me that at 2 a.m. on a Saturday morning. At that point, I don't care, okay? Because I'm thinking you waited until the last minute to start this project, and now coincidentally you're having a problem with it. When you show up in class on the following Tuesday and I see you haven't turned in your project, you're going to say, well, I couldn't turn it in, Mr. Thomas, because I was having problems and I reached out to you at 2 a.m. on a Saturday morning, but you didn't respond to me immediately. So it's really your fault, Mr. Thomas, that I did not turn in this project. That's not going to fly, all right? So make sure you start early, and just know that if you email me during the weekends, Mr. Thomas likes weekends off too, y'all, because he works all during the week really hard. Please know that you'll hear from me on that following Monday. So govern yourselves accordingly so you don't miss anything important. All right, like I mentioned, we're going to have a final exam. The final exam will also be your proctored event. The proctored event is a required activity that all students must participate in. The proctored event in our case is going to be the final exam. It's going to be 15% of your grade, the proctored event and final exam. And the proctored event and final exam is just like a quiz, except for it's much longer. It's going to be 15% of your grade. And as long as you take it by 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, the 5th of December, 2023, you'll get it in on time, okay? So please make sure you don't forget about you'll get many more reminders, but make sure you don't forget about the final exam. That's the deadline for it right there. Also know that you have to use Respondus Lockdown Browser. I have information here as far as what Respondus is and how you download it, install it, and use it. I have links for all of that. Once again, that no-show assignment, please make sure you get it done by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, the 27th of August, 2023. Here's the course grading. We have quizzes in the class. We have 3 projects in the class. We have a written midterm exam. No, that's not due on March the 6th, of course. And you have a proctored event written final exam, which we just talked about, and you get a professionalism grade. Professionalism grade is just all about, is your work neat and clean, and are you contributing to the class? This is an on-campus class for Tuesdays, so basically, are you a contributing member of the class, or did you just blend in with the paint on the walls? Okay, that's professionalism. Did you present is your work presentable, and are you conducting yourself as a professional in the industry? Okay. This is just a reminder on the deadline for that proctored event final exam there. And after that, we have the course outline, which walks you through every assignment that we're going to read. Anything that we're going to read or watch, it's in the assignment column. This is the week that we're on. And in the third column, it basically tells you what to do that week and gives you a date. Okay? So as you can see, your first quiz on lessons 1 and 2 will be on Sunday, the 3rd of September, 2023. Have it done by Sunday, the 3rd of September, 2023, by 11:59 p.m. Of course, this means that all quizzes will be taken at home, not during class times. So make sure that you have, make sure that you have a, hey, how you doing? People passing in the hallway. Just make sure that you have a secure internet connection and that you can complete it hopefully well before the deadline. These quizzes and projects and exams. Okay, so we step through each week of the semester, as you can see here, and it tells you what you should be reading. Like in this case, in week 10, you should be reading lesson 8, Advanced Editing Techniques, part 2. By the way, when I say lesson 8, Advanced Editing Techniques, usually that also means we'll be in module 8 as well. Okay. Module 9. That's lesson 9 in the book. Putting clips into motion. You should be reading that lesson in the book through the exercises. Go into the lesson 9 module and know all the be aware of all the content, right? And of course, you see we have a project there. So basically, after you step through all of the weeks, you can see at the end we have the final exam here due on December the 5th, 2023 on Response Lockdown Browser by 11:59 p.m. And that is all that I'm going to cover in this extensive walkthrough video. You may have questions. I'm sure you have questions, and that's okay. Just reach out to me by my email address, thomasj@gptc.edu, or you can call me at 404-297-9522, extension 1305 during my conference hours. Or you can ask me in class if you have questions. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in class, and I look forward to having a wonderful semester. Thanks, and I'll see you on Tuesday, August the 22nd at 1 p.m. in room C24 for our first day of class.